IPMNation.com.
This is Pat from Pat and the Hats, and you're listening to Local Outbreak at IPMNation.com.
Welcome, everybody, to another Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. This is Matt from IPMNation.com, and we are here as we record every Tuesday night. Come on down if you're ever free on a Tuesday night. We record the show at The Studio in downtown Laconia, New Hampshire. The Studio at 50 Canal Street. Funky little gift shop and art gallery. A lot of cool stuff here. Definitely check it out. And please, if you're in central New Hampshire, always support local businesses. TheStudioNH.com if you'd like to learn more about this wonderful place. And as always, thank you to Melissa for inviting us to record the show here every week. And also, of course, we're sponsored by Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. Mr. Tim Martin will DJ your event, your hootenanny, your shindig, whatever it may be. And he does a phenomenal job, and he's a big part of what makes this show possible because we use his equipment. And we have with us today Pat Gochez from Pat and the Hats. How are you, Pat?
Doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And we also have with us a familiar face, although it's radio, but a familiar face, Mr. Rob Kleiner.
How are you today, Mr. Matt?
I'm well. Rob, of course, Go Local is, and of course...
Yourband.info. I help with Go Local.
Yourband.info.
Yeah. And yeah.
So you're not officially a part of Go Local.
Well, I help out.
You are. I was under the impression...
I assist him.
I thought you were...
I am his
official assistant.
I thought you were the lifeblood of the operation.
Yeah, he's there.
Not for Go Local, for yourband.info, yes.
Yes, yourband.info,
yes.
And a very cool site, which, of course, helps promote local music and of course... I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and promotes pictures of you. We have lots of pictures of you for sale on our site.
I didn't realize that.
None have sold, but we're hoping. We're hopeful.
It's because I'm so hairy.
Yes.
No one wants nude photos of me because I look like an ape.
We need to go after the banana demographic.
Yes.
People who like bananas will buy your picture.
That's what they used to tell me when I was a little kid on picture day at school when you go all the kids have to have their pictures taken. Mm-hmm. They would always say, "Someday, kid.
Someday you'll be flooding the new app."
That's right.
Bananagram.
That's right. Bananagram. Absolutely. I'm excited. So, Pat, you brought some tunes with you. Pat and the Hats. By the way, where are how many members are in the band?
Well, there are 4 of us now.
Okay.
We started off as a 3-piece, and we've just had a friend join.
And where are the other guys? Because I don't know if Rob warned you about this because he's been on the show many times, but we kind of have a sort of an unofficial tradition. We usually make fun of whoever doesn't make it to the interview. Well, so if you want to make up
is there.
If you want to make up a horrendous story about why the other guys aren't here, now's the time.
I suppose maybe I'll look for the appropriate lyrics to describe their whereabouts.
All right, we'll revisit that later in the show. So what do you want to play to start the show, and then we'll come back and we'll chat?
Let's kick off with a tune off of my album, Heavy Loader. This one's called Cameraman.
Okay, is this from a solo album?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, so this is Cameraman from Pat Gochez here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
The cameraman with a walk too funny for any man, not the cameraman, and a funny toy that in his hand snaps and sizzles the master plan of the cameraman. Oh, the cameraman. He puts his left foot forward as the right one follows his stops, looks through the lens and snaps another picture, and with a 100 snaps behind him and the red light on over his head, he starts developing the scene. And he's the only man who sees just what the world is like to freeze. And he's a cameraman. Oh, cameraman with a walk too funny for any man, not the cameraman, and a funny toy that in his hand snaps and sizzles the master plan of the cameraman. oh, the cameraman. He puts a moment in the sink and lets it suck for a while. It's not the things he sees, but it's more the way he sees them. He lights the pipe that it ignites, a distant memory there. It's not the road he paved, but it proves that we existed. And he's the only man who knows just what it is he has to show. But he's the cameraman.
This is Rob from Captain Chet Lawson's Snake Oil Review, and you're listening to Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com here at the studio in downtown Laconia. We have with us this week Pat Gochez from Pat and the Hats, and we also have, of course, Rob Kleiner from yourband.info. And Rob, I don't think we mentioned earlier, of course, too, Captain Chet Lawson's Snake Oil Review.
No, we didn't.
The longest band name in the local scene, I believe.
I have yet to hear a longer one.
Yes. There you go.
I'm surprised that you remembered it. You never did.
I'm impressed that he said it so quickly.
It rolls off the tongue.
It actually does, oddly enough. So, Pat, tell us about Pat and the Hats. And,
Sure.
of course, we heard a track earlier from your solo material.
Yep. So basically, we're listening to some tunes off of this album because we're currently in the studio recording our debut.
Okay.
So we're recording a 12-song album over at Rocking Horse Studio out in Pittsfield with Mr. Brian Coombs. Yeah.
Rocking Horse, yeah, that's a name that comes up quite a bit on this show. Actually, a lot of musicians record there, and
they do. They pass through.
Always
He's very good at what he does, Mr. Brian Coombs.
Yeah, he has a fantastic reputation. I don't think I've ever met him, but I almost feel like I have because I hear about him so much.
I gather it won't be very long.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
So as far as the band stuff was recorded there, but not
not the solo album.
Okay.
But it's still worth playing the stuff on air,
right,
seeing as it makes up a good amount of our repertoire live, our live set. But yeah, like I said, recording the full length debut there, and that one's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So as people are perhaps might notice, the Heavy Loader album, my album's very British inspired. Mm-hmm. And whereas the next album is much more American, there's a lot of shades of Motown and you know, the guys from Stax and the Philadelphia sound. And so so it's upbeat, and we're excited about that.
Did you start out as a solo artist and then decided you wanted a band, or how did that?
Well, I lived in Boston for a while. I lived in Boston for 6 or 7 years, and I played in a group called White Shoe, Brown Shoe, and that project kind of lived its life, and I decided to put my efforts into recording my songs, things that I wanted to do. And the result of that was Heavy Loader. So during that process, I was performing, as a solo singer-songwriter, acoustic guitar, piano sets, and I did that for a year and a half while I was working on the album, which took me about that long, and decided to relocate. Came up here to lovely New Hampshire, which is where I, went to school before my college years.
Oh, okay.
And put this little outfit together, the hats.
Yeah.
And it's been picking up a lot of traction, thanks to a good number of people. Rob Kleiner's one of them, who's helped us out, kind of broken us through. Brian is helping us out a good deal, and also you. So thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming up.
Yeah.
Was that always kind of in your mind that you wanted to put a band together, or did that? Did you come up here with that intention, or did that kind of start to?
Well, the band that I put together, the intention was that I would. Basically, I was thinking to myself, okay, I've just released Heavy Loader. What's a great way to promote the album? Well, to perform it.
Yeah.
And so. Though I would do the song solo, it just didn't really have the same energy, so I put a group together.
Yeah.
And, I do a lot of writing, so next thing you know, we had an album and a half worth of new material, so I was like, okay, well, let's just keep rolling, and it was around that time that we decided to record, that we were going to do an album of new material, that we decided to take on the Hats moniker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same in terms of recording with the band? Is it the same people as who you play live with, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the four of us. The occasional special guest. But.
Yeah. Now, in terms of playing live as Pat and the Hats, do you also still sometimes do solo gigs, or?
Yeah, certainly. Just a week or two ago, I did actually YourBand.info presents acoustic showcase, and so you had. A number of Concord and Manchester Concord solo singer-songwriters, and also songwriters who you never get to see without their bands, and so Rob involved myself and Tristan Omand, who's been doing really well, and Rachel Vogelzang.
He's been on the show, yeah, and so is Rachel, but that was with her old band there, Go Tell Her, yeah.
Actually, our drummer Bob was the drummer for Go Tell Her.
Oh, no kidding, yeah. Small world. Well, small scene.
Small scene. Yeah.
There's only so many drummers, so.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Drummers and bass players are always in short supply, it seems like.
Yeah.
So
we started off though as a three-piece.
Yeah.
The power trio, and decided. Once we started thinking about recording the new album, we started thinking about the arrangements. How do we want these things to sound? And so we decided to flesh it out. So we added a friend of ours, Scott Solsky, who had been playing in a group called Brosby. And also he filled in for Don Kilo's Afro-Funk Orchestra, and he'd done that for some time.
Oh, wow.
Very talented guy. And so he's been playing with us now. And so we've become a four-piece more recently.
Yeah.
And but we're gigging regularly, and those seem to be going well. And I don't know. The calendar's filling up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you playing? Are you playing every weekend? And
just about. Yeah. And as we get closer to summer, they tighten up.
Right.
So so let's see. What's the next one? Would be Strange Brew. That's on the 20th this month of March.
Okay.
Down in Manchester. We played there a bunch last year, and this is our first gig there of 2014.
And tell me about the show at the Cap Center that you did.
Right. Yeah, we were opening for a Danish guy, Teitur.
Yeah. And
talented songwriter. He had been opening up for actually some of my influences, the main one being Amy Mann. He had opened for her, and Rufus Wainwright, and I think he opened for John Mayer as well.
Yeah.
So we did that at the Spotlight Cafe at the Cap Center.
Very nice.
Successful evening. Very nice. Intimate thing.
Yep.
But good vibes all around.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Well, let's play another track. What do you want to play next?
Let's do a nice domestic song. This one's let's do "Work and Again."
What is it? I'm sorry.
Work and Again.
Work and Again.
Yep.
Okay. And is this a solo track or is this Pat and the Hats?
No, this is also from Heavy Loader.
This is also from Heavy Loader. Okay. Yep. All right. Very good. So this is "Work and Again" from Pat Gochez here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Swinging low again. And you've got a bad cold again. It's like your legs are all folding in the middle of the marathon. And then you're running to work again. And you'll be sleeping alone again. And though you sleep better anyway, you're so tired of dreaming alone. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Well, tired, sick and tired of the cubicle. Everybody and the mother's got it out for you. Shooting emails through your veins like the playing pool, and your table soaks in wine. And then you're running to work again, just to pass out under the halogen. And as it rains on your discipline, snow falls on your car, and then you're dreaming alone again. But you can breathe through your nose again, and the sun sits on the snow, and then your life starts over again.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. We are at the studio in downtown Laconia, New Hampshire. Tonight we're chatting with Pat Gochez of Pat and the Hats, and of course Rob Kleiner, who's been on the show many times. Used to engineer the show. How many times have you been on the show, Rob? I think you're kind of like the you might be the Alec Baldwin of Local Outbreak. You know, Alec Baldwin, of course, holds the record.
I guess it
for
all
Saturday
depends
Night Live,
on what you're counting as an appearance, because
Right.
I've been heard on many shows. Guest, I think it's at 7 or 8.
7 or 8,
I think, and that's like I think that's what Alec Baldwin has as well.
You must hold the record.
Yeah. Well, there's also Otto.
See,
probably.
It's funny because I was just thinking, because I had him on last week, and I was just thinking that I think I actually last week referred to him as the Alec Baldwin of the show. But actually, I think you have been on more than he has.
Oh, good. I was going to have to kill him in his sleep so I could hold the record, but apparently I'm still okay.
I think sound effects, though, are made up of samples of your expletives, though.
Oh, did I just swear?
Beep. No, but I think Otto would be the John Goodman. I think he holds the record for the second most times on the show, and I think you're the first. Now that I think about it,
who's the Sinead O'Connor though? That's the important part.
Well, I think she was only on once.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of
up a picture of the Pope.
There's a lot of Sinead O'Connors. I don't think any of them have done any Pope ripping.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
But it's radio, so that no one would see it.
Not as dramatic.
Exactly. So what's going on with yourband.info? Tell us a little bit about that for those for the uninitiated.
So basically, we are a website that writes reviews and pieces about the local scene, what's going on, promoting bands, giving information to bands of like, hey, here's how you book a show, here's how you promote your show, here's how you get people to your show, and all these types of informational pieces like that a lot of local musicians just don't know. We also do a lot of show promotion, putting on events like Pat was talking about, playing the solo series that we've been doing at True Brew in Concord. We
3-part series,
yeah, 3 parts.
Oh.
It looks like it's going to be going to be a lot more shows as long as they keep on going so well. There've been a lot of people interested in playing it. We have one coming up on April 18th. It's going to be a duo night. So we've been doing solo nights. Now it's going to be duos. So we have a couple guys from Boogie and Alice that are going to be playing. A couple people from a couple other bands. So if I could remember bands, Diamond Joe, a couple guys from Diamond Joe are going to be playing. Andy Laliotis is going to get up there, and some other great stuff. Just some duos also helping out, like you said, with Go Local. They're doing a lot of events this summer. Usually they only do their one big huge camp and jam. This year they're doing one show every month out at Top of the Hill, and
kind of leading up to the Big Bang. Yeah,
exactly.
Wow, really?
Top of the Hill disc golf there in Canterbury.
Oh, wow,
and
cool.
Go Local's putting together a series of shows, all culminating in Camp and Jam. Mm-hmm. Do they have pinned down a date for that yet?
I don't think they've pinned down a date for the final one. I know they're posted on Facebook, so I'm not going to quote any dates on that. I don't think yet.
Yeah,
but
the hats will be at one of the Top of the Hill events.
Yeah,
on June 14th. June 14th.
Yeah. Excellent. And tell us a little bit more about Go Local too.
So Go Local, run by the Trottiers, Mark and Joanna, they do a lot of, and actually it's what really got me into promoting local music. They do a lot of promotion around town of promoting local music.
Mark is also in your band, right?
Mark is also in Captain Chet Lawson's Snake Oil Review. He played bass, now he plays drums. He's a multi-talented man. He also plays in Ghost Inner Band, which are a fabulous bunch of...
I've had them on the show.
Yes. I didn't finish my sentence, but fabulous bunch of bananas, yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, my.
No, I don't know.
Well, they should like those pictures of me then.
They do.
Logic.
Yeah. They have them posted on their walls.
Wow.
Right next to Kip Winger.
Nice. Hey, that first Winger album is, I don't care. People can make fun of me. I don't care. I love it.
I only have one Winger album, and it's stolen from the Concord Public Library, so come after me, get it.
There you go. That's the Winger spirit there.
It wasn't stolen. Someone left it at my house. I didn't know what to do with it.
I was going to say, can you really steal something from a library? I mean, you can always just return
late
it.
Fees,
I guess. You just borrowed it for a really long time. And who wouldn't borrow a Winger album for a really long time?
Exactly.
So the library detective shows up at your door.
I'm just kidding. I don't actually have one. That's just a story. Don't come, police officers.
All right. It's actually Whitesnake.
Yeah.
Hey, that self-titled Whitesnake album, I don't care what anyone said. No, never mind. But
I don't care what anyone says. It's self-titled.
So yourband.info, that's
Yes.
easy. You go to yourband.info. But where do we find Go Local online?
GoLocalMusic.org.
Okay. And Pat, how did you get connected with Rob?
It was actually through Go Local's Camp and Jam last summer.
Okay.
And he happened to see our ragtag Sunday performance.
Yeah.
Which, actually looks like it went over well.
Yeah.
It was very impressive.
Because here we are.
There you go.
I saw them play, and then I was like, I need to find these people. So did
At the time, that was more of a task, though, to find us.
Yeah.
Where now it's as easy as patandthehats.com.
Well, I didn't know what your band name was either, because obviously Sunday morning.
It was Sunday at Camp and Jam.
Right.
And if you've been to Camp and Jam, you know what Sunday mornings are like.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's lots of drinking and debauchery.
Where is that? Is it at the same place every year, or does it vary?
It's in Davisville, up at the flea market site.
Okay.
There's a big, huge field next to the flea market. That's where they put it on. Big, huge stage.
Yeah.
Tons of people.
Yeah, I was going to say it sounds like it's been pretty successful over the years.
Oh, yes. National acts have been coming up, and lots of local. I mean, that's what it's really about, is supporting the local music, but helping by bringing in a couple national acts.
Sure.
To get the people there to see the local acts.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah.
So this summer will be exciting in that regard.
Yeah.
Between Camp and Jam, also our new member Scott Solsky organizes the Granite State Music Festival in Concord.
Okay. Wow.
And so that'll be exciting as well.
Yeah.
To see what happens with that when they put the finishing touches. But that's turning out to be a somewhat high-profile event, so we're excited for him for that.
Excellent.
And
Excellent.
The Hats will be making an appearance there.
Yeah.
And I think it's the end of June 21st, 22nd.
Okay.
Those 2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, down in Concord at the Everett Sports Arena site.
Yep.
Right on the river.
Rob, didn't you guys do a show there? Did you do a show there with Captain Chet a while ago?
Not for Granite State Music Festival,
right?
But in the arena.
Wasn't it like the first time they had live music there in like
Since
decades
the
or
70s,
something?
Yeah. That's what we've been told. That's what we've been saying, and nobody's corrected us yet. So.
No, I think you're right.
Yeah,
because
I think we are. The maintenance guy was there, and he said we haven't had bands there since the 70s. So I tend to believe him.
Yeah.
I don't know. He also may not have been the actual guy that worked there. He could have been lying to me. I didn't check his credentials.
That was your famous full winger tribute set.
Yes.
See, now I wish I had been there. Did you have the blue tank top?
I did.
Nice, dude.
Not on, just I left it at the store unpurchased, but
right.
I did have it.
Yes. Excellent. Well, Pat, let's play another track from the tunes that you brought tonight. What do you want to play?
Let's see. We started upbeat. Let's go back. Let's do the title track. This one's about everybody's money woes. Heavy Loader.
All right, very good. So this is Heavy Loader from Pat Gochez here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
This song is written with a heavy hand, as if the pencil's pushing down on me. No money's growing, and I hate to admit that I'm in debt. I owe the money to you. The apples, sweet apples, well, they never tasted oh so good. When gravity came down on me with apples, sweet apples, well, the bastards took a bite of me. My education got me ready for some singing in the shower. My thinking gets me ready for bed. I keep carrying the load, I'm just about to explode. The applesauce is filling in my head. And these are heavy times for a man. mind. This song is written with a heavy hand, as if the pencil's pushing down on me. No money's growing and I hate to admit that I'm in debt. I owe the money tree. All he keeps knocking is gonna break down my door. Yeah, he keeps knocking.
This is Rob from yourband.info, and you're listening to Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com. And before we wrap up tonight, want to remind everybody, of course, go to IPMNation.com/Local Outbreak for archives of all the shows going all the way back to the beginning of the show. We were actually, Rob and I were talking off air before we started, trying to figure out how long this show's been on the air, and we think it's been 5 years. Is that what we settled on, Rob? 5 years?
I think we settled on 5 years.
5 years of Local Outbreak.
Because I have a show poster that says 2010 put on by Local Outbreak. So
right, and the show had already existed for a little bit before that. So
yeah, you couldn't have it on the poster if the show didn't exist. Good point there, Connaughton. You're on the ball.
I should be a detective.
You should.
I could be like Columbo or something. Except I'd have to get a glass eye.
The yogurt.
You could.
What? I like yogurt.
You could track down his library thefts.
That's right. That's right. I could go to your house, Rob, and pretend to be Columbo and ask you about that. And then I could kind of like not ask you too many questions, but then as I'm leaving, do that thing where I stop and I go, oh, and one more thing, because Columbo used to do that. I don't know if you guys ever watched Columbo.
I was a Murder, She Wrote kind of guy.
I understand. Oh, Angela Lansbury. Well, she was, I don't know. That show was on a long time.
She was.
The show was on a long time. She was what?
She was an actor.
Yes.
Pointing out the obvious.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so where are the other guys? We never did figure that out.
I'm assuming Scott swept them up and brought them somewhere.
Okay.
I would check under, let's see, where are we now? Laconia?
Yes.
Find the nearest bridge. Just look under it.
Okay.
You're bound to find somebody.
All right. So he's not at a European gangbang, because that was the rumor I heard.
Is it?
Little bird whispered that in my ear.
I just say they were swept up. I didn't say where.
Where do you think they have those sorts of activities? Under the bridges, man.
Yes, that's true. Or under the boardwalk.
Yeah. Sweet boy.
Also want to remind everybody, of course, we do record the studio every Tuesday night here at... we record Local Outbreak every Tuesday night here at the studio, thestudionh.com, to learn more about this wonderful place. Like I said, little art gallery, funky little gift shop, very cool, right in downtown Laconia. Please support your local businesses, very important. And like the studio on Facebook. And, of course, Central NH Events. If you need a DJ for your event, go to centralnhevents.com. You can hire Mr. Tim Martin. He will come and DJ your event. And Rob...
Does he do hootenannies?
He does hootenannies. He does...
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
He does, what's the other term we always use now? Oh,
shindigs.
Shindigs, yes. He'll do bar mitzvahs, corporate events, pool
socials.
Parties. What's that?
Box socials.
Yes.
Does he do any European
gangbangs?
Yeah.
I would assume if the money's right.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to pay for his travel to get him over there, obviously.
And clean up.
And, well, no, he won't do that. That's up to somebody else. He has standards.
I'm assuming someone would have to clean off his equipment.
Oh, his equipment. I don't even know.
His microphones. This is just going in bad locations. I'm going to stop talking now.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad I recorded it, though.
Yeah, you can delete that.
Good to have it for posterity. I'll try to remember to do that. So centralanitsevents.com. And and of course, yourband.info.
Yes.
And what's the Go Local site again?
GoLocalMusic.org.
Okay, because you guys have a lot. There's a lot coming up. This summer, right? For
yes,
Go
lots
Local.
of shows. Yes.
Very, very cool. And of course, sorry. What?
I was just saying lots of shows for Pat and the Hats.
Yes,
yeah.
Pat, you're going to be playing out a lot.
Summer.
Where do we find you online?
PatandTheHats.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is spelled out, obviously, right?
Full and.
Okay. And what's the next big show that you have coming up that you want to? You got something on the 20th? Is that?
Yeah, 20th at Strange Brew in Manchester.
Okay.
And then we're in Manchester again April 24th at the Shaskeen.
Okay,
so that'll
very
be
cool.
a nice one.
That's a nice room.
Yeah.
I like the Shaskeen a lot, so might have to.
We were there not too long ago with the guys from Boogie. Boogie had us there.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It was a good time.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you guys both for coming in tonight. Rob, always good to see you.
It's been your pleasure. Yeah.
Yes.
It's in your band.
And Pat, what do you want to play to wrap up the show?
That's a good question. Let's hear. Let's do a nice, sweet orchestral number. Let's do Ribbons.
Ribbons.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Ribbons from Pat Gochez here on Local Outbreak on IPMNation.com.
Do you remember when we were meant to be? All we ever needed was to hold each other near, because we were meant to be like gravity to me.
You're gonna finish that?
Okay, yeah. This could be the first day of a new life.
IPMNation.com.